Let's go. No way. Oh my god! Oh god! Man. No way! Oh my god! EP2! EP2! Oh yeah! Let's go! Welcome, fellow masters. Misaki from the Chaldea Gurus here, and today we're going to be going over Mysterious Executor Ciel. By the end of this video, you're going to find out exactly what she does, and most importantly, should you even roll for her, especially because you have all the way until September 1st. So, let's get into it. First up, we are dealing with a quick Arch Buster deck with a Buster Noble Phantasm, but they have a bit of Arch Recursion in their kit. Her first skill charges MP 10% for a turn for 5 turns, along with the self-heal, debuff res, buff removal res with a cooldown of 8 to 6. So you're getting 50% Noble Phantasm over the course of 5 turns with just this one skill. Next up is skill 2. This is going to be your damage amplifier, Arch and Buster up by 20-30% for 3 turns, and it applies a buff to the Buster and Arch cards. The Buster cards will be able to charge Noble Phantasm by 10% every time you select the card, as well as increasing crit damage up to 50% depending on how much HP you have. Now for the Arch attacks, it applies a heal down by 20%, as well as a Noble Phantasm drain and guts removal for the enemy. And just like the first skill, your cooldowns go from 8 to 6 depending on level. And now we have her third skill, and looks a little familiar if you're seeing Summer BB. She actually removes all other party members' cards from the deck, leaving only her cards. As well, it charges her Noble Phantasm to up to 50% depending on level, and increases own defense for 3 attacks or 3 turns. As well, it's a self-heal anytime she gets attacked 3 times or 3 turns. This gives her longevity, and it gives her the ability to do the most damage that she can in that one turn. Another interesting fact about Ciel is her unique passive, Executor Archer A. It actually gives herself attack advantage against Saber classes, giving her a little bit more versatility in the teams that you can put her on. And of course, it's down to her Noble Phantasm Code Original Sin, which is a single target 12-hit Buster Noble Phantasm that ignores evasion and defenses for 1 turn to activate first. It's 150% damage against demonic enemies and 100% instant kill chance after damage. She also charges her own Noble Phantasm with a flat 20% at the end of the animations. Between the 20% MP refund and the 50% MP gauge from her third skill, as well as the 50% self-charge that you get over the course of 5 turns, she is going to be able to consistently get her Noble Phantasm, especially with help, which I'm sure you have seen a lot of people saying that she needs Koyanskaya and or Oberon to actually fully get the most out of her kit. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, having Koyanskaya and Oberon on your team, she is going to pop off in all sorts of ways. Between double Koyanskaya actually lowering the cooldowns of her skills, providing extra damage buffs, and giving her 50% Noble Phantasm, you have yourself an opportunity to keep using her Noble Phantasm over and over and over again against any boss that is giving you trouble. This combined with her self-healing on 2 different skills and the resistance to debuffs means it's incredibly hard to actually keep her down once she gets going. That being the case, there are a lot of people out there who feel that her team is too much of a crutch for Ciel. Because yes, in order to get the most out of her, you do need to have the right people at her side. I would say obviously Koyanskaya is at the top of this list, as she is one of the stronger units for any sort of Buster unit, followed by Oberon and Merlin, obviously, depending on the type of strategy that you're going for. Oberon, with the fact that they can give 70% Noble Phantasm gauge, increased MP damage performance at the cost of that nasty debuff, so you do have to time it wisely if you're using Ciel like that. Whereas Merlin will find a way to consistently keep Ciel alive, especially with that new buff to his second skill that he just got. Let's not forget to talk about BB Summer, whose third skill actually locks the current set of cards available. That means if you stack this right, you'll be able to have all 5 Ciel cards for 3 turns. That is 3 turns of absolute domination, and I love it. And of course, BB Dubai, who at the time of this recording isn't out yet, but will be out at the end of July. She actually buffs living human allies and other moon cancers. Both things that Ciel is. She has the living human trait and is a moon cancer, and she will get the most benefits out of BB Dubai's skills and her support noble Phantasm. And let's say you get your bond level all the way to 10, well, that bond craft essence is fantastic. Moon Bow, when equipped on Ciel, obviously, increases their MP damage by 30%, as well as giving 5% Noble Phantasm per turn and 500 HP per turn. This is one of the best craft essences you can have on her, and very good in the future when grants are available. Now, with that being said, should you roll for Ciel? My take is yes. I know there are people out there that say she needs Queen Skya in order to be a worth it roll, but to be perfectly honest, there aren't many DPSs out there that don't require some of the top supports to actually be good. There are a few that succeed in solo scenarios, let's say Super Orion or Saint Quartz. Now those are different type of strategies that either require them being a hyper carry by themselves with the supports actually hold them back, really rare, or they are a stall team and they basically win because they don't die. Ciel is not that. Ciel is a DPS that wants to kill fast and can kill consistently, staying on the field until all enemies are defeated. On top of that, leveling her up to her max Ascension is very easy. She only needs statues of monuments to get her to level 90, and as for her skills, the only thing that you really need to keep an eye on are those flowers, which are introduced in Ordeal Call 2. You need roughly 21 of these flowers per skill, along with 24 daggers. Now the daggers has been around for a while, but the flowers just came out, so you might want to focus on trying to grind those flowers out if you want to get her to that 10-10-10. As for the append skills, obviously you want mana loading to make it a lot easier for her to get Noble Phantasm quickly, especially if you're playing Black Grail or her own Bond CE, as well as the brand new append skill number 5, will actually lower the cooldown of her skills herself. This makes it easier for her to kind of manage herself without direly needing Queen Skya, but makes it even easier if you do. So, at the end of the day, Ciel is going to make your account a lot stronger. And because you have until the 1st of September, you have a lot of time to save up and decide if you're going to roll for Ciel now or wait until her next rate up next year. Have I convinced you? Are you going to go ahead and roll for Ciel, or are you holding tight for somebody else? Let me know down in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. Anyhow, my name is Misaki from the Kata Gurus, and we'll see you in the next one. Later. Let's go. No way. Oh my god! Oh god! It broke reality! It worked! It worked! It worked! Oh my god! Man. No way! Oh my god! EP2! EP2! Oh yeah! Let's go! Holy, that's a good roll. Not even my roll, I'm screenshotting that. That's awesome.